Guys, the hearing opens with the judge asking a simple but important question. What exactly led to this guardianship petition?
Sure, Your Honor. I was assigned an investigation on December 17th. I met with Carol the next day, and the concerns were primarily Carol was experiencing some memory deficits, visual hallucinations, and also concerns about the home environment. So, in meeting with Carol, um, that day, she was actively trying to get her license restored. She wasn't aware her license had been suspended. She also made some concerning comments that she had seen her cat, which had been deceased. Actual told me that the cat wasn't as friendly. Um, so there were just some general concerns about her safety. Um, so after that, we initiated APS contracted services because she wasn't able to travel for shopping. Um, then after on January 5th is when our first wandering incident reported under my investigation, where she entered her neighbor's home without permission, and law enforcement was called and they had to bring her back home. Due to that concern, I visited her that same day and went over those concerns with her. She wasn't able to. Sarah, why don't you just sit? She wasn't able to recall entering the home. So based on that, I felt there was a need for an evaluation for an alternate decision maker. And that's when we enlisted Dr. Harvey, and he conducted his assessment on January 13th, and he made recommendations based on that evaluation for the need of a guardian, including finances and mental health services if needed. So that's what my petition is based off of. After doing so, Carol had another wandering incident to her other neighbor's home, also seeking information on her deceased sister, Beverly, having again to be redirected home. And then when questioned about that incident, wasn't able to fully recall going to his home and entering it. And also she has met with Carrie, Dr. Harvey, Mr. Manmoser, and then Ann, who also, it's based on my conversations with them, it's a consistent pattern, and I believe all of them can corroborate.
Yeah, but I haven't done that for a long time.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Perry. Mr. Van Moser, I've read your report. Is there anything else that you want to add to that?
Your Honor, I just don't believe that Carol understands how vulnerable she is. These wandering incidents, she minimizes the danger, telling me that her neighbors are afraid of her. I don't think she understands that her neighbors are afraid for her. They don't want to come out one day and find her in the driveway or something, having fallen. Another good example would be the financial matters. Her phone rang 15 times an hour at least while I was there. And all of them are scammers trying to get information. And when I asked her about it, she said, I understand they're all scammers and I never share anything with them. But then she went on to say, but sometimes I give them some information to make sure that they're not legitimate callers. I don't think she understands how really vulnerable she is.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Van Moser. Doctor, I'm going to take some testimony from you. I know you're probably busy, so I'll move as quickly as I can. If you'd raise your right hand, please. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead and put your hand down. Can you tell me your full name, doctor?
Eric R. Harvey, Harvey.
And doctor, what are your qualifications to give testimony in this case? What's your
I'm
background?
a fully licensed psychologist. Actually, I was certified under the psychologist certification law before we had a licensing law. I've been in practice for 54 years. and have seen several thousand people for guardianships.
All right, I will qualify you as an expert based on that long history. I understand that you had an opportunity to do a psychological evaluation on Carol Corpella. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. I saw her on the 13th of January of this year.
In general, as to her mental status, what can you tell me about what information you obtained and what she told you, and then what your ultimate diagnosis was?
Yes, Your Honor. I took a history. I did a mental status evaluation. I did some psychological testing with her. She actually has a pretty unusual presentation for dementia in that she retains a lot of what we call crystallized intelligence, the information that we carry around with us. So in some ways, she tests out in the average range.
The court hears from the key expert witness, psychologist Dr. Eric Harvey, who has more than 5 decades of experience and thousands of guardianship evaluations behind him.
But she has very significant long-term memory difficulties. She was easily confused. She was somewhat delusional at the time that I saw her. As Mr. Perry had noted, her cat has been passed for a long time, and she doesn't actually understand that all of the time. So, and her short-term memory was having difficulties. She's awfully close to being a hoarder. There were probably hundreds of teddy bears and nutcrackers in her home, which from a safety point of view, I saw as providing some trip and fall hazards. My bigger concern was that, as previously mentioned, the phone rang almost continually. I asked her permission if I could answer her phone for her a few times, and they were all clearly scam operators. And while I was there, she had been giving out some personal information to these people. I gave her a diagnosis of neurocognitive disorder. Although she's currently functioning with average verbal abilities based on her intellectual history and occupation and so forth, I'm sure she would have tested much higher at a younger age. And I also gave her a hoarding disorder diagnosis. I recommended both a guardian and a conservator under the EPIC statute. She has no ability to set boundaries on others in relation to her finances. She also wasn't able to give adequate responses to my informed consent questions, which led me to believe that she wouldn't be able to provide informed consent for medical or mental health. And so I checked all the boxes with the exception of supportive services on the PC 630.
All right. And I assume from your testimony then that you believe that she is impaired and lacks sufficient understanding or capacity to make or communicate informed decisions and is an incapacitated individual as a result?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Perry asked for both financial protection and mental health protection. Do you agree with that request?
I do, Your Honor.
And I know that you've indicated you think both a guardian and a conservator under EPIC. There's been a recent statutory change under that, which gives the guardian much more financial authority over that, and it includes tangible property, bank accounts, pensions, Social Security benefits, and other governmental benefits. And the guardian would have the authority to receive all financial information and regarding the assets. Do you believe that that would be sufficient for general purposes?
I know that she has a very complex financial picture based on the fact that when her father passed and when her sister passed, she inherited all of that. So I guess I don't know if it's adequate. Under ordinary circumstances, certainly, but she probably has a pretty complex picture.
All right, and I may end up asking Ms. Dancer what her abilities would be as a guardian, and I'll do that in just a minute once I'm done with the doctor. Doctor, is there any other information that you'd like me to have at this time?
Carol is one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet, and that's one of the reasons that she's on the phone so much is she doesn't want to hurt the feelings of the scammers, and so she wants to engage them in conversation so that they don't feel that they're being rejected, which I haven't really encountered very often, but it certainly works against her.
Yeah. People like that, though, restore my faith in humanity. So that's a good thing to have on occasion.
Yeah, it's way better than the alternative, isn't it, Your Honor?
It is. Thank you, doctor. Carol, have you been able to hear what the doctor has said?
Yes, I did. I'm right here.
All right, thank you. Do you have any questions for the doctor?
I can't think of anything right now, except that,
All right. Do you have any questions for Mr. Mamoser? And you don't have to if
on
you
the
don't want
spot now, I
to.
can't think of any questions, except
All
that
right,
I don't like being judged.
Well, I'm
And
sorry
I
for that.
consider myself to be well able to be independent and make my own decisions. And I want to keep my freedom.
I
Being
can certainly
independent is
understand
very
that.
important to me. And I don't want anybody
appreciate-
interfering with my finances. I worked in a bank for many years. I'm very good with finances.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Perry?
I can't think of anything right now, except that I don't want my freedom taken away from me.
I
I've been an
absolutely.
independent woman
Here-
for many years.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to tell me personally?
Well, I'm just trying to say that I value my freedom and my independence. I have a home. I run this home myself.
The judge turns directly to Carol, giving her the chance to speak for herself. And this is where the emotional core of the hearing really begins to surface. Carol explains that independence means everything to her.
I feel very invaded that my privacy, my money, my financial situation is my business. I don't want anyone managing my finances. I don't want anyone managing my home. I do everything independently. I call for help when I need help. If I need an electrician, I call an electrician. I have a problem with my fireplace now. I'm calling the fireplace person. I want to make it clear that I want to remain independent and free. I will handle my own finances. I'm well able to do that.
Okay. The people that I've talked today have told me that there are hundreds of people calling you on the phone trying to scam you all of the time. Is that true?
I don't know that there's hundreds, but you just heard my phone.
Over the course of a
What I
week.
mostly do is I cut them off. What else can I do? I just press my phone and end the phone conversation. I do not engage them in conversation. I cut them off right away.
Well, but two people have told me that that's not what happened when you were with them. Mr. Mamoser said that you gave them information, and the doctor said that you gave them information.
Well, maybe I misunderstood who I was talking to.
Well, that's my concern. If you misunderstand that you may give information and the people will be able to steal all of your hard-earned money. I don't want that to happen.
No, it's not that extreme. I mean, my main problem is the noise of the phone. I pick up the phone and end the conversation. I don't engage in conversation usually.
Okay.
There may be something that I feel that maybe I should listen to it on the information part. There might be something there that I think, oh, maybe this isn't a scam. There goes my phone. And it has a name I don't know. So when there's a name I don't know and a phone number I don't know, I turn it off.
Good. Tell me about these 2 times that you went over to your neighbors' houses and tried to get in.
That was quite some time ago when I was having some difficulties. I've been through a lot, losing my parents and losing my sister, and things were very hard for me. And I made some mistakes. And I mean, my gosh, everybody makes a few mistakes. I went over to Doug and Linda's house because I trust them. They've been wonderful neighbors, and I must have had some concern. I can't remember, that was so long ago, but I must have had something I needed to talk to them about. I don't go running to my neighbors very often at all.
Mr. Memoser has said, though, that you went over there and they were worried about you. Why would they be worried about you?
I don't know. I mean, they're very caring people. And maybe they were worried about me going outside when it was cold, or I don't know. But I don't do that. I have not done anything like that for a long time, for months. I have a note on my door even. I wrote a note to myself, do not go to neighbor's house.
Sounds like you did it twice, though, and basically scared your neighbors into worrying about you. You understand how that makes them feel?
Yes, and I don't go to my neighbors. I have not gone to my neighbors for months and months. Now I stay away from them because, I mean, they're nice people, but I don't go over there because somebody will say, oh, she's going to her neighbor's house.
Well, it's not about
I stay at
not
home.
going to, well, it's not about not going to your neighbor's house. It's going there and going into their house.
Yes,
You can't go into
I
somebody
made a
else's
couple
house.
of mistakes. That's not something I do regularly.
I didn't say that you did.
Well, I'm just trying to make it clear
Okay.
that I have not gone to my neighbor's house repeatedly. I once or twice went to my neighbor's house, and that was quite some time ago. And now I deliberately do not go to my neighbor's house. And they're friendly people, but I don't go because somebody might report me to the police. I stay home. I stay in my own yard. I might take a walk around the neighborhood.
Good. Let me ask you this, Carol. If there was somebody that could help make sure that you didn't lose your money or your finances, would that be a good thing?
The judge gently explores whether limited help might actually support Carol's independence rather than take it away, but the idea still makes her uncomfortable.
No, that would
Why
be
not?
very upsetting to me. That would be very upsetting because I like to be independent. I worked in a bank for many years. I'm very good with my finances. Even with the problems that I've been having, I handle my finances very well.
I'm not saying that you don't, but on occasion, everybody needs help, right? You saw that with your mom and your dad as they got older, they needed some help, right?
Yes, but they always handle their own finances.
Well,
Very well.
Everybody's a little bit different. Everybody needs help in a little bit different areas. So you're having people that are calling you. Let me talk
I
for
want
just
to
a
make
second.
it clear that I am well able to handle my finances, and I would be very upset if I had somebody coming and helping me handle my finances. It's an invasion of my privacy, and it's
How would
very
you feel,
insulting. It's
Carol? How would you?
insulting for me to have somebody come and deal with my finances. I'm not a child.
Nobody's
You're
treating you
making
like
me
a
angry.
child. Okay.
You're making me angry.
Well, I'm not trying to make you angry. I'm trying to understand what the concern is about you. And the concern seems to be that they're worried that you may do something that you don't remember, or you may have a difficulty, as you put it, at the wrong time, and somebody may be able to take advantage of you. Or You may get confused again, like you did when you went to your neighbor's house, or when you believed that your cat was still alive, and you may end up going places that you shouldn't go at a time that you shouldn't go and get hurt. Can you understand that?
I don't understand why I am being targeted and why I can't have my freedom. My freedom means a great deal to me. I've been independent for many years. I handle my own money and I'm going to continue handling my own money. And I'm certainly not going to my neighbor's house ever again.
All right. Is there anything else that you want me to know, Carol?
Well, I want you to know that it's very frightening to me. It's very frightening to me that I have people threatening me, threatening to take my freedom away.
Okay.
I haven't
Carol,
done anything so bad that I should have my freedom taken away from me. And I intend to handle my own finances. I worked in a bank. I'm very good at my finances, and I do not want anyone interfering with my private business.
Carol, can you see Joshua standing or sitting next to you or near you?
Yes?
Does he look like he's threatening you?
No, but if he wanted to take over my finances, I would find that threatening.
Okay, Carol, does he appear to be threatening you?
Not now, no. He's a very
right.
nice person.
You met Mr. Mamoser, right?
I think I must have met him, but I can't keep track of all
Gentleman
these
with a
people.
gentleman with a white beard and mustache and glasses.
Oh, yes.
Came over.
Okay.
Came over.
Yes.
Did he appear to be a nice man?
Yes.
Did he in any way threaten you?
If he wanted to handle my finances, I would find that very strange.
Carol, did he in any way threaten you?
He did not threaten me, but I'm saying that if someone would be
Carol,
wanting to handle
slow
my
down.
finances, that would be very threatening. I like to
Carol?
be independent.
Did you talk with Dr. Harvey?
Yes, I did quite some time ago.
Did he threaten you?
No.
So nobody involved in this whole process is trying to threaten you. They're all
not
concerned
trying to
about you.
threaten me. They're trying to help me. However,
Yes.
I want to be
Yes, they are.
independent. If people will help me to be independent, that would be help.
Then why don't we try that? Why don't we try to help you be as independent as you are capable of being?
Yes, thank you.
Does-
I would like that.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Yes, that's what I'm
All right.
trying to do, is be independent.
Then I want to help you do that too, but I want to have people around you that can help you do that. Does that make sense?
Yes, but you have to understand that my finances is a private matter. With everybody, they like to handle their own finances. With
I
people, they don't go
understand
around
that.
telling people what their finances are.
I understand that, but sometimes we need help, and I want to make sure that you have it when you need it. Okay? All right. Let me talk.
If I needed help, I would like to ask for it. I would like to have that I would give the permission for the help. If I have, quote, help imposed upon me, that does not help me when I am trying to be independent. I do not want help forced upon me. I want to have my freedom.
Sometimes freedom comes at a very stiff cost, and I'm trying to help you not incur that cost. All right, Ms. Danzer, as to guardianship and conservatorship needs, are you able, do you believe, to deal with the financial side of this case?
I am willing and able.
Yes.
All right. I think what I'm going to try to do, unless you tell me otherwise, I think what I'm trying to do is use the guardianship side of things only, just because it's simpler. And if you run into some financial conditions, let us know and we'll do a conservatorship petition at that point. You see any need to do otherwise?
Just as long as I still have that authority to do that part of it, because I've already kind of dived into that and I am well aware of what is going on, and I see no issue so far with that. I just need my guardianship paper so I can turn that into the right, correct people so I can continue doing what I was doing.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. I've heard from Mr. Perry, Mr. Mamoser, Dr. Harvey, and I've heard from Carol Carpella, the subject of the guardianship petition. I do find that there is clear and convincing evidence based on Dr. Harvey's evaluation that she has a mental deficiency and is impaired and is an incapacitated individual, not understanding or having capacity to communicate informed decisions. I do find that there is clear and convincing evidence that guardianship is necessary based on the testimony that's been given today, the doctor's report and Mr. Mamoser's report as well. I find that she is partially without the capacity to care for herself. I would like her to make as many decisions on her own as possible. I would like to have her to be as independent as possible. But given the circumstances, I do think that there is some need, and that would include financial protection as well. Therefore, the court is granting the petition for guardianship, appointing Carrie Danzer as the guardian. This is a full guardianship with all authority and responsibilities granted and imposed by law, and that will include under MCL 753:14. The guardian will have the authority over the ward's money and tangible property, including but not limited to bank accounts, pensions, Social Security benefits, and other governmental benefits. The guardian will have the authority to receive all financial information regarding the ward's assets and to open and close accounts. I would ask Ms. Danzer to be attuned to Ms. Carpella's wishes and to follow them as much as possible under reason and good common sense based on the circumstances, to be aware of her desire to be independent and to give her as much latitude as is reasonable and is appropriate under the circumstances so that she is able to live her life as independent as she possibly can, but keeping in mind the need for the guardianship.
After hearing from every witness, the judge delivers the court's decision. He explains that the evidence, including the psychologist's evaluation and testimony from the investigator, clearly shows that Carol currently faces cognitive challenges affecting her ability to make certain decisions consistently. The court appoints Carrie Danzer as guardian, granting authority to oversee Carol's well-being and finances if needed. At the same time, the judge instructs the guardian to respect Carol's wishes whenever reasonable and to give her as much freedom as the situation safely allows. In the end, the ruling reflects the difficult balance courts often face, protecting someone's safety while honoring their lifelong desire to remain independent.